Hello everybody. Today I'm going to be playing, I am terrible doing intros. Yeah, I'm going to be playing beamNG.drive. That's the best way I can put it. So, I tried to film this video before, but then the stupid recording thing decided to record Steam because I had Steam open as well or something like that. I don't know why that happened, but... So essentially... Plus also I wasn't able to complete the scenario that I was doing. So... I'm gonna be doing the, I don't even fucking know what it's called. I had about 5 minutes preparation. Okay, so it's called the backwards course, essentially. And, so I tried with this car. It's way too fast and hard to drive. So, I am going to use this car because, I actually don't really complete, like, missions and things with the intended car, usually, or with, like, the car in the thumbnail. Oh, fuck, this is gonna be fucking pain to find. Yeah, oh, no. Okay, yes. Off-road. Try to make it similar color. No, I'm just gonna leave it the same, actually. So I think that this is a vehicle that was used. I think. I said, I think that this was the V. There. Okay. Hopefully people can hear me, but I'm not redoing this even if you can't, because it's just, this is, I filmed half an hour, and then when I went to edit the video, it was just like, no, I want to put Steam, I want to do Steam instead. Oh, that suspension. I love beamNG.drive so fucking much, man. It probably just is the most realistic game, there is. And I fucking crashed. Yep, and it's caused off by physics. So basically, what that I can show a demonstration of what that means, or I can explain it. You crash, the car gets damaged like in real life. That's essentially it. Do I get the checkpoint? Fuck. Yeah, but essentially, like, what would the damage that would happen in real life? Is what happens like in the game. The one thing that's not quite as realistic as it could be, like, I mean, I'm sure that it's just way too complicated for computers to handle, but the, when like glass shatters and stuff, like, there's just like a particle effect and then everything disappears. But I mean, like, truthfully, that would be so fucking difficult to make. Like, there's no way that somebody will make that for, like, maybe for 10, maybe even 20 years. Though, video games have advanced, like, an insane... Oh, like, just the real... Shit. Yeah, there, that's the funny business. It's like the car dance. Yeah, but video games, like, the realism has advanced so much. Like, even in the last, like, 3 or 4 years. Also, I'm not doing this scenario as intended. I should be, like, not skipping stuff, but whatever. Yeah, but, like, just the realism of, like, just, like, the physics and stuff has advanced so much. Like, even just recently, like, in the last year even, like, just in 2022, they advanced so much. But, they, like, there's still some stuff that, like, they haven't added, and that quite possibly never won't be for decades. So that's, like, proper, like, glass shattering, and, like, some of those things. So, like, glass shattering, like, plastic lights and stuff breaking, like, those things. But in general, though, beamNG is the most realistic game, probably. And it's also really aerodynamically realistic. And, like, the simulation of temperatures and stuff is also incredibly realistic. Such as the, like, the brakes, the temperature of the brakes is simulated. So the effectiveness of the... Fuck. the effectiveness of the brake depends on the temperature. And actually the type of brake as well. And then, like, the steering is simulated realistically. So, like, if I hit something, I'll be able to show it to you guys, but, like, there, so I hit something. So now the car doesn't drive straight, and the steering wheel doesn't, like, stay centered. And yet another example of soft body physics, which is fucking annoying sometimes. But, you know what, you want a game that's realistic? There's the soft body physics. So you gotta be much more careful than in some other games that have like the same kind of like gameplay at least. Although some of those games are just like those shitty mobile games, and like you can like crash into a tree, but then you'll just go through the tree. The beamNG.drive. Oh, also it's got incredibly realistic like engine simulation and stuff. And suspension simulation. At this point, this is an ad for beamNG. Also, I recently got one of, like, does anybody... So, if you know the Alexa idiots, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like, I've got one of those Echo things, but like one of the ones with the screen. It's like an Echo show or something. And yeah, the speaker in that thing is so much better than my computer speaker. Like now there's bass. There did not used to be bass, like, or bass. Oh, I don't even. My brain does not work sometimes, and this seems to be one of those times. Okay, I'm just gonna use a pessima. That's not a pessima. Or no, it's not gonna work. Yeah, but essentially, so now I actually have a real speaker, and I'm hearing stuff like so different now than I used to. Like the engines in this game, or the engine sound and stuff, sounds so much better now. Like, and there's sounds that I never was able to hear before because the speaker is just not high enough quality. Plus, also I can watch YouTube on it. That's a benefit as well, definitely. Yeah, but now I actually have a decent speaker, or a decent speaker, because the one, like, I think it's 4.1 or something. It's fucking powerful. Okay, this thing's front wheel drive. Yes, it is indeed front wheel drive, so it's slow as fuck. Yeah, I didn't even get air there. I'm disappointed. This thing, I think, is essentially like a Toyota Camry or something. And yeah, this thing is based off of a Toyota Camry. So this thing's much slower. It also has worse handling because you can't actually, like, if you're on the throttle, you can't really drift it. Plus, also when it's stuck. But yeah, this is not a good car. It is a decently durable car, though. I'll do it. First person around here. Yeah, and then also like just the movement of the driver's head is really realistic, and reflections are realistic, but they're extremely demanding on the computers. I have them turned down a lot otherwise. Instead of like just above 60 frames per second, and that's the average. That's not the lowest or the highest. But instead of that, I'd be getting like around I don't know, like 20s, 30s maybe, and that'd be if I'm lucky. Yes, also I'm using a keyboard, so that makes my driving quite a bit worse, but I'd say that I'm doing fairly well considering that I'm using a keyboard. Oh, the engine just broke or something got damaged. Also, like, something something that surprised me when I started playing the game is that, so this is the temperature gauge here, and like it actually works. Like the temperature gauge actually moves, and the fuel gauge does likewise. But yes, beamNG is more realistic than probably any vehicle simulator that's ever been made so far. Also, it's from like, I think the first like functional version of it was from like 2013. That's when the beamNG people posted the first video with like gameplay of it. Oh, wow. Okay. I don't know how I've gotten this far with the Pessima. It has fucking terrible handling compared to everything else that I used. But since it's so slow, it's still fine to drive. Like, I mean, in situations like that, though, like, there's not much you can do. Because if you slam on the brake, you won't be able to steer. You hit the throttle, you'll go faster, and that's not what you want. Oh, fuck, I hate this part. You brake and turn, well, yeah, then you can't turn, and that's about it. So I could also, oh yeah, and it also simulates, like, the contact with the wheels and stuff on the surface really well. But yeah, the main reason that people buy beamNG is because of the crash physics, in a lot of cases at least. Some people, like, I got it because of the crash physics, but now if I knew, like, kind of how realistic the game was, like, just in general, I would have gotten it. Like, just because my brain does not work today. I almost fell asleep oh yeah, and so I'm in grade 9. So this is my first year in high school. And I'm not going to say which high school because then, like, that's privacy stuff or whatever, but I am willing to say that I'm in grade 9. And I'm also, like, 14, so I'm, like, at the bottom end. Like, I'm barely in grade 9. Yeah, but, so, I'm in French immersion as well, so I have to have French class and, like, English and stuff. But, so, this is the 3 weeks into my second term, I think. And, yeah, I almost fell asleep in English class earlier. Today. Like, I literally almost fell asleep in English class. No, I almost fell asleep in English class. I almost fell asleep in science class. But the funny thing is, I woke up. I was, like, fully awake and functioning in 5 minutes after my alarm went off. Like, I got up 5 minutes after my alarm went off, and I did not feel like I had slept. Or, like, I did not feel like I had been sleeping 5 minutes ago. So, like, sometimes my how quickly you wake up, I guess, just doesn't correlate to how. Although I don't feel tired unless I'm in English class. I have not had like one English or science class where I have not felt tired. And it's not my teachers being boring. It's just like it's that time of day that my body wants to go to sleep again or something. Like does anybody know that? Or like, fuck yeah, man. Thanks. So apparently I do better in first person. That's literally the first time I've ever fucking completed this. Also, guess how much time I have in this game? It's 600 hours. Yeah, I've played this game for 600 hours. Okay, so I'm gonna try to find another solution to this, but I will do it with the same car. And then you'll be able to see that, like, this car will perform. You may be able to see, because I'm not even sure. But you may be able to, like, you'll be able to see how like in beamNG drive the, okay, here it is. So D4 stage, that one has trees, high-speed highway, that one's too fast. Off-road trail, that one's too hard. Asphalt stages, those ones are bad. Sawmill short, that's incredibly short. Sawmill long, that's also incredibly short. Street stage, that's also incredibly short. Street, dude. Okay. There aren't even any good missions. Okay, here. I think, you know what? Asphalt street stage, street course, or okay, no, that's good enough. You know what? Yeah, asphalt stage 1. And I will do this with this car. And you will be able to see the performance difference. Because I'm pretty sure that it has a really low top speed, but it's got got decent acceleration, so like it's good with like hairpin corners and stuff. It's also front wheel drive, so like if you're spinning out or if you're like drifting, you can just pretty much just flatten the throttle to the floor, and then you just like go straight again. And then here you'll be able to see like the realism of the suspension simulation and like the weight shift and stuff. It doesn't happen so much in this thing just because it's it's front wheel drive. This thing is front wheel drive. Yeah, but since it's front wheel drive, yeah, but like the simulation of the suspension is incredibly realistic. You can almost see it as more realistic than in a real car, but obviously that isn't true. Yeah, but like beamNG, if you want like a racing simulator that's actually realistic, get beamNG. Like it's the best game for this stuff. And no, I'm not sponsored by beamNG. I don't know why a channel with 5 subscribers would be sponsored by beamNG.drive, or even just any big company. I'd probably get one of my friends to sponsor me and give me like $10. That would be really funny, actually, I think. Well, like at the start when I started playing beamNG on a computer at that time was 10 years old, and it ran like 9 or 10 frames per second, and I was terrible at the game. But now I'd say that I've gotten pretty good. I don't pay attention to where I'm going, but when I act, please slide to that, and please slide to that. Whatever it is now. Yes. Alright. Okay, that's the end of the video, bye. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's the end of the video now. Thanks for watching up to this point, because I don't know anybody who actually would be able to do that. I don't think I need to edit this video, actually. Like, literally, this thing is almost good enough to edit.